Alright, so welcome back to the Unreleased, and today we're gonna look at MoonWarrior on PS1, version 0.05, and this one's pretty interesting. Also there is some info, right? I checked out some info around the site and whatnot, and yeah, apparently this was developed by Sony Computer Entertainment, right? There was another company, the name escapes me, but yeah, they were the dudes, I believe, responsible for MediEvil 2, right? Possibly MediEvil 1. So, you know, I guess the same dudes, from what I gather, right, from the information. Also, there was a site, apparently, as far as development went, back in the day. This is, by the way, from year 99. Good year for PS1 games, I would say. And yeah, but that site is gone. I even tried, you know, Wayback Machine, which you do, but you know, it's I guess 99, so it's pretty old. So there wasn't anything there. So, and site is gone, right? Maybe someone knows more. I mean, again, comment section, leave some info if you know more about this very interesting thing. You'll see why, right? It has some pretty cool mechanics as far as it goes, and yeah, we're gonna check this one out, right? One thing I dig is this, like, it has actually widescreen, you know, which is pretty cool. I guess I'll go like this, right? I don't know why I kind of... Let's make the dude taller. And yeah, he doesn't have any face. A bit of a weird idle animation, because he moves head around, which kind of bothers me a little bit. But yeah, no texture to the face. Faceless Shaolin monks, right? Which is fine. It adds more to the mystery, I would say. And there's these dudes, and we can actually fight them. Well, that's jumping. Jumping is actually really bad in this one, but we can beat them up. Right, some animation, not always, as you can see, not always it works. And there's this thing as well, so there's interesting animation. Some sort of a stealth thing. And the thing is, apparently this would be like Metal Gear with Kung Fu, right? So this would be more of a stealth game, which is really cool, I would say. I like the idea, right? And also it uses the you know, analog controller fully, so the camera is actually the you know, what it's called, the right thumbstick, right? For PS1, not very common, so this kind of plays like a PS2 game, actually. Movement's nice, I would say, pretty solid, right, movement. And also it uses the L3 and R3 buttons, which is even more uncommon for PS1. So L3, which is, by the way, the button when you press down your, you know, your analog stick, right? Very satisfying button, actually.
For your crimes, you will feel the sting of Charlie.
So the dude talks, right? When we do L3 and R3 is like 180 for the camera. Right, so really good camera, actually, for PS1. And yeah, I mean, that's not it. There's actually some really cool thing, which is this. So it's like a fly camera, right? Which you... the site says it's debug camera. I don't think so, because this has too much effect to it, right? It's kind of blurry, it kind of moves interesting, right? And I think this would be like actual game mechanic, you know. Probably costs mana, but we could kind of walk around, maybe, you know, there would be probably some walls. We couldn't go too far with this camera, right? But you can see your opponents, right? Enemies. And then you go back, right? And then you can attack them with your stealth attacks. So that's where that, you know, Metal Gear comes in, I would assume. Also, there's this, which is some sort of a spell mechanic. Could be invincibility, whatever, but it doesn't really do much. It's just, you know, the dude's glowing. So whatever that is, right? So that's pretty much the controls. Again, animation's nice, I would say. Right, you tap the button, does some moves, right? Some punching moves. Pretty cool, I would say. And yeah, graphically very nice. And interesting enough, there's like birds even up there who has their own animation. Again, kind of uncommon. So they're actually, I guess, well, maybe 2D, but it's a thing, right? I mean, birds, right? But yeah, this, again, not much information. That site probably had more going on. And also, you know, who knows? There could be more builds, apparently, right? Could be out there somewhere, someone maybe have them. If you do dig around your old CDs, maybe you have a build, because that thing's probably really expensive, you know. But yeah, also these circles, feel like this would be tutorial level, and then maybe the game tells us what to do, you know, some crazy movements. These are definitely doors, but you know, we can't go through because, you know, there's no trigger for those. And yeah, pretty interesting. Also, there's another guy. We actually can beat him, I think we could. Smaller for whatever reason. Yeah, he does have some punching animation going on. Well, not he, but you know, when I punch him, seems like he can feel it. Okay, so this actually works better here, you know. So yeah, I don't know, I like this thing, like a lot. This box probably we're gonna, yeah, it does replenish things, but I get stuck here, so I can't actually move anywhere, and it's gonna stuck on this loop animation. But I did replenish something on that HUD. Don't know the HUD. I feel like I've seen it somewhere, by the way. So could be maybe some other game used something very similar. I don't know. But yeah, we have 3 things, but I can't do anything here. Can't move away. Even if I use the camera, you know, he's still gonna do his animation, right? But it's fine. I mean, this is super early, 0.05. You can't really go more early than that, right? When it comes to anything. Also, that rope. I feel like we could maybe move there. There could be some animation. I don't know. There's something there, so gotta reset. Thankfully, we can do that, right? And yeah. Also, we are wide again. I don't like the white. I don't know why. So let's go with this. And music. Very nice. Very nice music. Yeah, these NPCs. Very bland. Very bland. I mean, well, we can't jump up there. Kinda wanna beat him. Can I beat him? I don't think we can. Yep, he's just stuck there, so always ready to fight. But yeah, jumping's odd. There's this 2 like jump thingy. I assume when we tap, maybe smaller jump, and when we hold it would be a, you know, longer jump. But yeah, it's triggering both at the same time, so that's why we have these 2 jumps. And there's even some feet thing happening when we move around, right? So that's kind of cool. But I think we can get up here, because again, I feel like we can use that. I mean, there's even something here, like a trigger box maybe. We could use that rope, maybe climb there. Who knows, maybe there's even animation for it, but I can't get up there, sadly. And that jumping is really bad, right? So yeah, I can't get there. but it's fine. So let's actually walk around a bit, see what's else in this one. And yeah, ladder actually works, surprisingly. Very clunky, but again, a lot of animation there, so this would be definitely animation based game. Can't go in there. Again, seems like there could be some door at some point. We can see through a little bit, but there's nothing, right? It's very empty there. So yeah, it's just whatever, right? Okay, can I get up there maybe? We can, very nice. And again, well, that's not the right button, but you know, the float camera, really cool. Because again, debug, I mean, it makes sound even, right? And all that, so has a lot of effects to it, so I think this would be, you know, this would oh, we can actually go through here, so there's some sort of wall, right? You couldn't go too far with this one. You could check out maybe your surroundings, and you know, then you go back and you beat your enemies, right? Pretty cool. Again, speculating, but you know. And yeah, something for the thumbnail. I think this, well, there's no sun anymore. Dang it, there was sun before. Does it actually move around? Quite possibly. Yeah, that was really pretty sun. But not anymore. Maybe if we go further away, sun will appear. Nope. Well, it's fine. I mean, I'll find a thumbnail right for this one. But yeah. And I mean, not much to say, but again, very interesting, you know. We can go places, right? Again, not much we can interact with. Also, we're gonna go down there as well, because why not? I mean, all the way there is probably a door. It seems like there would be some sort of door here. And yeah. Right, there's a door, can't do anything there. Barely looks like door, very PS1 actually, moves around, right, when you move the camera. But still, graphically, I think this game is pretty nice for PS1, as far as it goes. Of course, the textures would be way better, you know, in the finished. And again, there could be some builds, later ones. But yeah, and down there, I assume there would be water. Right, some platforming, we could go in there. Sadly, no water, and if we go down, we will be stuck. Right, so let's get stuck, I guess. So yeah, can go here. And this is from other way around. Again, I feel like there would be a lot of water. Quite possibly, maybe some swimming even. And yeah, some platforms, you know. On these platforms we actually can get up, which is nice, but it doesn't really bring us back, so there's no escape from this place. And these platforms go crazy when we go under them. You know, gives me some Mario vibes a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, can't jump up there, sadly. Maybe if you try enough you can, but there's nothing there. You know, you can see there's like a dead wall right there, as far as I can tell. Doesn't seem like there is a trigger point or whatever. Even here we have a problem, but we can get up there. I did before, right? Yeah, we can. And I don't know, somewhat interesting. Again, this is free, you know. On the site I will leave all the info where you can get this, and there's engine here, right? So maybe someone can build a game out of this, you know. Don't know if I said that already, but you know, it's a cool thing to do, and I know a lot of people nowadays are building games, so check out some unreleased stuff, right? There's a lot, actually. And I will cover, hopefully, a lot of as well. Don't know how, if I can, really. I mean, we'll see, right? Maybe someone's gonna yell at me and say that I can't do this, but I don't think so. You know, I'm just spreading the information, that's all I do here. So, yeah, also there is another map, by the way, we're gonna check that one real quick. Yeah, show VRAM doesn't work, right? It just doesn't do anything, sadly, which, you know, I mean, maybe there is a way, but I couldn't get it work. So, WAREHOUSE2 is the other map. So we have King's Gardens was this one, and Warehouse will be the other one. And to access it, you know, you restart, right? And this one, well, there's nothing really here. I assume this is warehouse. There's no roof, and it looks pretty weird for a warehouse, but the thing is we can't move around here, sadly. Sadly, can't move around. If we do animations, it's just gonna loop there, right? Forever. Maybe there is a way, I don't know, but only way I know is this, to check out this place, and yeah, there isn't much there, right? Not here, I guess. And but yeah, I mean, you know, some doors, some stuff. Can't even kind of go in, right? In these things, places, whatever. There is some stuff up there, which looks really interesting, but again, we can't go up there, sadly. Seems like there would be a lot of stealth, basically. And again, you know, that's where that metal gear comes in. A lot of empty rooms, you know, can go through everything, we can check out everything. There's also this, which is kind of leveled place for whatever reason, and then it goes down, right? Now everything looks giant, right? So, but yeah, what is the idea here? I don't know. Very odd looking warehouse. Also some platform here, but again, sadly we can't actually walk around here, or at least I don't know how, right? But yeah, something really cool about this, you know, and that music I like. I don't know, just sounds crisp. Very, very kind of cool sounding, you know. And yeah, the birds have some flappy wings animation even. So they're actual things up there. But yeah, sadly we can't do anything. So yeah. But interesting stuff. We'll look more into, maybe there's some art, right? There was screenshots, but maybe more art. The cover looks freaking awesome, right? It's just literally, you know, it's very simple, right? Wouldn't be for this game, it's just, you know, more of a placeholder art, I guess. And yeah, again, could be more builds, right? More builds means more content, and who knows how really far they got. But apparently, from the information, yeah, there wasn't really much done. And mysterious, very mysteriously they just dropped it. I don't know why. Again, according to the site, I guess they worked on 2 games. At the time, this was one, MediEvil 2 was another one. Maybe they put all the focus on MediEvil 2 and they dropped this, quite possibly. Also, thing moves, by the way, I didn't notice that in the wind. I mean PS1, right? PS2 does this, but PS1, not always. So, and that's the thing, when you have something so empty, you appreciate everything, right? What you have. So, yeah. And he's gonna be stuck on a loop. can make some pretty cool pose moments here. Oh, when we hold select, it actually goes slow motion. Look at that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, I mean, it does something. It's probably something else, but you know, if that would be a thing, that's like awesome. So, but yeah, and that's pretty much it, right? There's a no, by the way, no, you know, actual real menu, no intros, nothing. It's just when you boot this up, the game starts, you know, at that beginning, and yeah, you kind of have what you have, right? I'm sure, I don't know why we have option up there as well, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. So, you know. He says, "Hey there," I think, when this dude comes in. So yeah, some talking, right? And this one, I don't know. Could be just NPC, but I can't interact. I can interact with stairs. That's the only thing, actually. Well, not really. I mean, with that box we can interact as well, but we get stuck. And yeah, sadly, I don't know. I don't know. Check this out, play it. Maybe you'll find something more, right? Would be cool to know. Again, it's out there, been for a while, but not too long. There's some dots on the floor. Could be, maybe those birds are dropping some stuff, right? Seems like footmarks of this dude. Okay. As he says, surrender, you're trapped, so. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing much more to say. I think I said everything. Again, if something's wrong, you know, what I say, clearly you can, you know, tell me what's right, right? You can correct me, I guess is the word. And yeah, I don't know, something really cool about this. So who knows, maybe someone's gonna make a game out of it, right? Maybe. And I'm sure the actual, you know, CD has more files as well. Kinda is the case sometimes with these types of, you know, prototype demos, you know, whatever. And yeah, we can actually walk around a bit more here. Well, not too far, I guess. So there's some sort of wall that actually prevents us to go places, which is kind of interesting, but I don't know how far it goes. Like here I can go really far away, so I guess it kind of works on one side. But yeah, nothing else around here. You know, emptiness, right? And when we really move around, I think, yeah, the wall works here, actually. So there is some sort of wall thing. I assume it would be the mechanic, right? We couldn't go too far away. And yeah, we actually kind of float up when we move this thing around. Kind of wonder if we can get to the birds. So this kind of, yeah, drives me out. Also, the controller vibrates like crazy when I do this. Maybe we can fly. That's it. No, we can't, sadly. So I guess we won't get to the birds. Oh no, there is one. Okay. Yeah, there's 3D, right? No, 2D. Okay. Maybe. But they do have animation, which again is really interesting. Usually you don't see that on PS1, right? So, again, appreciate the birds, right, in a PS1 video game. Because again, there's not much going on. Right? Some smoke, right, some fire effect even. But yeah, and some dead dude. Don't know what he's doing, but they like to move the heads around, which is odd. That one bothers me a little bit. Also don't know what this says, but yeah. So anyways, this is MoonWarrior, right? At least, you know, as much as we know. Could be more. Again, some info there, but not much. Sadly, the site is gone. But maybe someone knows more, you know. Don't think anyone, you know, print screened the site back from like 99, right? But you never know. Sometimes people do things like that and whatnot, and who knows, maybe there is. And I mean, I'm not the dude, really. There is that whole community in the Hidden Palace, so it's the site, right? You can find a lot of stuff there, stuff like this. So there's like community, and I think if you know more, also you can post there what you know about these games, about these builds, right? I think they would greatly appreciate it, right? So you know, I'm not there, by the way. I have nothing to do with them. Again, I just like what they host, right? This is pretty cool stuff, right? I would really enjoy it. This is terrible pause place. Kind of like make it prettier, right? And yeah, I guess thanks for the watch, right? Again, not much to say. There's gonna be more unreleased PS1 stuff. Some is really funny that I found. Many things actually are kind of recent, from like 2016 and up. There's been a lot on PS1. You know, unreleased things, but I grabbed some even before, some older ones over the years, because again, I like this sort of thing, right? But yeah, anyways, thanks for the watch, and have a good one, right? Have a good one as usual. Next time something different. Maybe I'll go with some funny stuff, but we'll see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, bye.